What you're about to see will challenge everything you thought you knew about our planet. A routine research mission beyond Antarctica's ice barriers has captured footage that has left the scientific community speechless and governments scrambling for explanations. The images are so disturbing that several researchers have refused to go on record, and classified reports are being buried deeper than the Antarctic ice itself. I'm talking about drone footage that reveals landscapes that shouldn't exist, structures that defy conventional geology, and phenomena that have forced us to reconsider fundamental assumptions about Earth's most remote continent. This isn't science fiction, and it's not a hoax. These are real images captured by cutting-edge technology in regions where human feet have never stepped, and what they show is absolutely terrifying. Before we dive into the footage that's keeping scientists awake at night, let me ask you this. What if everything we've been taught about Antarctica is incomplete? What if the ice isn't just hiding ancient landscapes, but something far more unsettling? The evidence we're about to examine suggests that beneath the frozen wasteland lies secrets that some believe should never have been discovered. Antarctica covers roughly 14 million square kilometers, making it larger than Europe and nearly twice the size of Australia. For decades, we've understood it as Earth's final frontier, a pristine wilderness where only the most extreme research takes place. The continent holds about 70% of the world's fresh water, locked away in ice sheets that average over 2 kilometers thick. But here's what most people don't realize. We've barely scratched the surface of what lies beneath all that ice. Recent technological advances have allowed researchers to send unmanned drones deeper into Antarctica's interior than ever before. These aren't your typical consumer drones, but military-grade equipment capable of withstanding temperatures that would instantly freeze exposed human skin, winds that exceed hurricane strength, and atmospheric conditions so harsh that traditional aircraft simply cannot operate. The mission that captured these disturbing images began as a routine geological survey. Scientists from multiple countries collaborated to map previously unexplored regions using advanced ground-penetrating radar and high-resolution cameras. The goal was simple: create detailed topographical maps of the subglacial landscape to better understand Antarctica's geological history and potential impact on global sea levels. But what the drones discovered has turned that simple mission into one of the most controversial scientific discoveries of our time. The footage reveals massive cavities beneath the ice, some large enough to house entire cities. But that's not the terrifying part. Within these cavities, the drones captured images of formations that appear almost architectural in nature, with geometric patterns and structures that seem too organized to be natural. Dr. Sarah Chen, a glaciologist who was part of the initial analysis team, described the images as unlike anything in the geological record. She noted that the formations display a level of complexity and organization that challenges our understanding of natural ice and rock formation processes. The structures appear to have been carved or shaped, rather than formed through typical glacial activity. What makes these discoveries even more unsettling is their scale. We're not talking about small anomalies or unusual rock formations. The drone footage reveals structures that stretch for kilometers, some reaching heights that rival skyscrapers. The geometric precision of these formations is what has scientists most concerned, as nature rarely produces such exact angles and symmetrical patterns on this massive scale. The thermal imaging data adds another layer of mystery to these discoveries. Certain areas within these subglacial cavities are significantly warmer than the surrounding environment. Some regions register temperatures that are completely inconsistent with their depth and surrounding ice coverage. This suggests active thermal sources deep beneath the Antarctic ice, something that current geological models cannot fully explain. Perhaps most disturbing is what appears to be evidence of recent activity. The drone footage shows areas where ice formations seem to have been recently disturbed or moved. Fresh ice formations alongside structures that appear ancient create a timeline that doesn't make sense according to our current understanding of Antarctic geology and climate history. Several team members reported technical malfunctions with their equipment when drones approached certain areas of these formations. Cameras would experience interference, GPS systems would become unreliable, and communication systems would suffer mysterious disruptions. These technical issues occurred consistently in specific locations, suggesting some form of electromagnetic interference emanating from beneath the ice. The implications of these discoveries extend far beyond simple geological curiosity. If these structures are indeed artificial or represent unknown natural processes, they could fundamentally change our understanding of Earth's history, climate systems, and geological processes. The possibility that significant geological activity is occurring beneath Antarctica's ice has massive implications for global sea level predictions and climate change models. Government response to these discoveries has been swift and secretive. Within weeks of the initial findings, military personnel were deployed to the research sites, and access to the areas was restricted under international treaties. Many of the scientists involved in the original mission have signed non-disclosure agreements, and several have reported being pressured to downplay their findings. The footage itself has been heavily classified, with only selected images released to the scientific community. Even these limited releases show formations so unusual that many experts are struggling to provide conventional explanations. The geometric precision, massive scale, and thermal anomalies present in these structures challenge multiple fields of scientific understanding simultaneously. Independent researchers who have attempted to verify these findings have encountered significant obstacles. Funding for follow-up missions has been denied, permit applications have been rejected, and some researchers report being discouraged from pursuing investigations into these Antarctic anomalies. This level of secrecy has only intensified speculation about what these discoveries might represent. The thermal data is particularly concerning because it suggests ongoing activity beneath regions previously thought to be geologically stable. If significant thermal sources exist deep beneath Antarctica's ice, they could contribute to accelerated ice melting from below, a scenario not accounted for in current climate models. This could mean that sea level rise predictions are significantly underestimated. What makes these discoveries even more mysterious is their distribution across Antarctica. The unusual formations aren't concentrated in one area, but appear scattered across vast distances, suggesting either a continent-wide geological phenomenon or multiple sources of whatever is creating these structures. The coordinated geometric patterns across such distances would require geological processes operating on a scale never before documented. The psychological impact on the research teams cannot be overlooked. Several scientists have reported difficulty processing what they've witnessed, describing feelings of unease and disorientation when reviewing the footage. The sheer scale and implications of these discoveries have led some researchers to question fundamental assumptions about Earth's geological and climate history. Recent attempts to replicate the drone missions have been either denied permits or have mysteriously encountered technical failures. Equipment failures seem to occur more frequently when approaching the areas where the most significant discoveries were made. This pattern has led some researchers to speculate about unknown electromagnetic phenomena associated with these Antarctic structures. The international implications of these discoveries are staggering. If the structures beneath Antarctica represent unknown geological processes, they could affect global climate systems in ways we haven't considered. If they represent something else entirely, the implications for human understanding of our planet become even more profound and potentially disturbing. What we're looking at here isn't just an interesting geological anomaly. These discoveries represent a fundamental challenge to our understanding of Antarctica, Earth's geological processes, and potentially our planet's history itself. The fact that these findings are being suppressed and classified only adds to their disturbing nature. The truth is, we may never get complete answers about what lies beneath Antarctica's ice. The combination of extreme environmental conditions, international political complications, and apparent government secrecy means that full investigation of these discoveries may be impossible. But the footage that has emerged provides enough evidence to know that something extraordinary and unsettling exists in Earth's most remote continent. These discoveries force us to confront the possibility that our planet holds secrets we're not prepared to understand. The terrifying images captured by these drones represent just the beginning of questions that may never be fully answered, buried forever beneath the Antarctic ice like the structures they revealed.